it depends on the type of play that I'm writing, right? So I write a lot of plays that are just silly fun. And the purpose of those plays is not to, impart some great wisdom to the audience. It's to just have a good time, right? And I think that there is an absolute value in silliness. During the height of the pandemic, I wrote only comedy, because I was just trying to have kids have fun, and that was what I was going. As far as like telling stories that matter, that are more important, that are, that get at something, I think the key word for me is empathy. And that as a playwright, I have to have an empathetic imagination, right? I have to imagine what it would be like to be a different type of person. It's the same muscle that actors use, right? And that's why I think that theater is kind of this empathy machine. Everybody's playing different parts, and hopefully they're learning about different types of people, so that they are learning to see other perspectives and see, different types of people that they could be, or that those people's experiences are valid, interesting, and important. And that happens whether it's a historical drama that I'm writing that's set in 1943, or if it's a satire that's happening right now in 2022. You still want to create that sort of empathy engine between what I'm doing and what the actors are going to end up doing. And I think that's where theater makes better people. I think it does. I think like that I talk to so many theater groups around, and I travel around and I visit schools, and I don't know how many, I've been in 100 high schools, right? And the theater kids are always kind of the same in every one of those schools, and that they are, I said weirdos, but they are, it's people who don't fit in somewhat other places, but they are also, sort of the sweetest, kindest, most thoughtful people that you can come across. And I think that's not an accident. I think that's what theater does to you after a while. So when I'm trying to write a play that's more important, or that has an emotional resonance, I am exercising that sort of empathy muscle in myself so that other people can access it as well. So I don't know if that's a long discursive way of answering your question, but that's sort of how I think about it.